Hello, welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we are going through the summer custom group banner tier list. And this tier list is especially for newer players, because if you're older players, you don't know what to do with it, or you're not summoning and you're skipping because you already have almost everything in this banner. So yes, this video is catered for newer players or players who are really lost or returning players. Okay, and bear in mind that even though I only shows the unit here, I do consider their artifact together. So this tier list considered the unit and the artifact itself, not only the unit, guys. Remember this, artifact are considered in this tier list too. Okay, so we start with the S tier. Definitely Frida and Cerise here. And the reason why Frida is in S tier is just because she's just being used everywhere, right? You can use her in Arena, the AI Arena. You can use her in Guild War. You can use her in RTA. Like, she's literally being used everywhere as long as there's a Valiant, or as long as you need a soul burn, and a push up and a bridge. She's just that useful and that such a good unit. And her artifact is actually really good too, and it gives you additional soul, which is, any soul artifact is just too good. As long as any artifact that gives soul, they are good artifact. That's why Frida is in S tier, both unit and artifact. Next would be Cerise. The reason why I put Cerise here is not because Cerise is OP, guys. Don't get me wrong, Cerise is kind of on a bad state right now, except for Expedition. For Blue Expedition. Even for Blue Expedition, no, not for Blue Expedition. Sorry. It's for the Light Expedition. Even for Light Expedition, you can actually survive without Cerise. The reason why I have Cerise right here is just because Guiding Light is just way too valuable for new players, and especially your account is new and you don't have a single Guiding Light. Guiding Light is just so important, guys. Having stuff on your Ranger unit, especially, everyone will get, a free Veronica, if you play the story mode. So Veronica is a Guiding Light user. Next, Nako. Nako is not a limited unit. She's available in story summons. You can actually get her from the Covenant summon and stuff like that. A lot of people will say that Nako is a shitty unit, but she's a very good 4-5 pick most of the time, and she's a force band unit that allows your draft to go through a lot of time. That's the reason why Guiding Light is important too. What if you have a piggy opponent that still decided to ban your Barunka, your first pick, and let your Nako go through, and apparently they have a unit which is way faster than your Nako, and they just run your Nako down and you can't do anything about it. And that's the reason why Guiding Light is important too. I would say, as a new player or a new account, I would suggest to have at least 2 to 3 minimum. You don't have to limit break them, just leave them at plus 15, at least 2 to 3 copies of Guiding Light. So this is where you guys should start collecting your Guiding Light. And yeah, if you guys have already chosen your summon, don't worry about it, because we will have at least 2 to 3, a couple more times of custom group summon throughout the whole year. So don't worry about it. You're not breaking your account anyways. And let's move to A rank. A rank will be Festive Ida, and damn, it's a tough choice though. It's definitely a tough choice. She's not great unit, because if you don't proc her S2, you don't get her knockout of stuff, she doesn't really do much damage. Her pop damage is insane. 15k Fire Ida does 10k pop damage. It's insane. Her S3, Sober, Ignore ER, Silence, and also Death Break, which is insane. And she's definitely one of the unit that works really well against Tenebria, because she has self cleanse. So once you get blocked, you can't get cleansed from the other unit, and she has self cleanse, and she Death Break, Silence, and push your enemy back, which is such a great unit right now. Even though you can't build her fast, you can build her 240-ish, 250-ish, and yeah, there you go. You have a decent unit against like Nebra, right? And if you can put her in, you know, immunity too, alright, so she have buff stack on stealth, immunity, and protection set, so she will not get debuffed by a lot of openers, or she will not get pushed back by SPP and stuff just because you have 3 buff on you. Okay, that's one of the benefits of her, where she comes with stuff. Okay, next, Holiday Yufin. To be honest, I don't really want to put Holiday Yufin here, but yeah, I mean, apparently she's still a decent unit against Fire Lidica, alright, especially on Guide of Decision. Oh yeah, not to forget, Festive Ida's artifact are being used by a couple units too. Like they are pretty decent. Her artifact is decent too, but definitely not a must go. I mean, not as important as Guiding Light for sure, and not as important as Frida's artifact, I feel like. Okay, so go back to Holiday Yufin. Holiday Yufin is, yeah, decent unit against Lidica. Okay, she is a great cleanser. She's good into you know, people who draft pushback into KU Cleave, cause she reduce the pushback. So she's great into Zeo, sometimes. And one thing, she's being used in the new PvE content, which is the Constellation. I mean, that's Moria came out with a new video that you can use like free to play unit, but besides that, a lot of people have been using Holiday Yufin for it too. I mean, that's the reason why I put her in A, because yeah, she has users in PvP and she has users in PvE. While her artifact wise is kind of niche, so don't have to aim for artifact. Then followed by Ocean Breeze Luluka. This unit, I mean, Sea Lilia's got a buff, right? And what is the best counter into Sea Lilias? The best counter for Sea Lilias is OBL. And I'm not sure how good Sea Lilias will be in RTA. Like personally, I feel like she's better in Lunatic mode than RTA. Okay, but all in all, the reason why I put her in A is because her artifact. Okay, so Constellation is just so good for a lot of Soul Weavers in the pool, like, you know, DJB. Okay, you can even put on probably like KTs to boost some ER and some push up too, right? Like depending on the team that you are fighting. Alright, like Soul Constellation is just such a good artifact. Like any artifact that push you up, alright, to cut the enemy, to interrupt your opponent's momentum is a good artifact, and it's a very friendly artifact for a new player account because you can't build fast units. So most of the time you get run down and you might need unit to cut your opponent to take over the momentum. Alright, so that's the reason why I put her in A. Okay, it's probably like low A. Okay, it's the lowest A, probably at high B. Okay, so let's move to the B tier, which is Liti and SSB. SSB is kind of rough right now, I'm not gonna lie. Like after the buff of Lionheart, dude, she's just a free battery charger for Lionheart, and Lionheart mitigation on the new buff is just so much that I don't think SSB is able to do even a little bit damage on Lionheart. So that's why I put her in B. She kind of fall off the meta. Like even though against like Fire Lidica, like it's just a 50-50 matchup, right? Like I mean, Holiday Yufin is a better matchup because it's a 70-30, 70% dodging, 30% not dodging. But I mean, SSB is just a 50-50, right? Which has a higher chance of getting tagged by Lidica and just got by, and you'll be a sitting duck right there because she's built base speed. Okay, but she has users. I mean, if you guys are still farming Vyvern, you guys want to do a Vyvern one-shot team, you guys can still summon her, but personally I would not. And the reason why Liti is there is because her artifact. Alright, the reason why she's in B tier is because if you guys have ML Arya, her artifact is really good for ML Arya. If you guys do not have the that Captain Kraus artifact, like these two artifacts is just insane for ML Arya. That's the reason why I put her there. But for Liti wise, I don't see her being good in RTA anymore. Alright, I don't see her being good RTA anymore. Like, I mean, she can't even kill Lionheart right now. Like, Lionheart mitigation against like extra, extra skill or those pop damage. I mean, extra attack damage is being reduced by a lot. So she's kind of in a rough spot right now. If you guys gonna summon her, it's just only for your beloved wife Arya, just for the artifact wise. And comes to C tier, the reason why I have them on C tier is because if your account is like a 2-3 month old, I don't see that you guys have potential to cleave. Alright, because what this tier list is meant for you to use right now after you summon to help you on your RTA right now, not in the future, not like down the road, 6 months down the road, 1 year down the road when you farm more speed, you get to cleave. Yes, that's way more custom group banner down the road. So that's the reason why I have Caesarea and Charlotte down on C tier. Okay, pretty much Caesarea is really good. She's not really good, she's still a decent cleave breach, right? And especially her artifact is just so good because it's being used by 2 units, which is herself and Pirate Captain Flann. But for new players, having to build a fast Pirate Captain Flann to breach with your openers or Zio, it requires a lot of gears because you need to build her fast and having high effectiveness, besides having a plus 30 Caesarea artifact, which you're gonna waste a lot of resources, which is your bottles and stuff. So I wouldn't recommend getting it this early because that's way more important stuff that you guys should be looking at first before getting her. Same goes for Sharkblood. She get a buff, she might be decent because instead of pushing one unit, I mean pushing itself up like Afternoon Soak Flann from dual attack, she pushes the whole team up by 20%. So she is decent, but if you are not really committing your account into cleave, I would suggest to skip this 2 unit as of now. So yes, but if you come into the game and you tell yourself that yes, this is gonna be a cleave account, I'm fully committing into cleave account, I don't give 2 fuck what people say, I don't give 2 fuck what my opponent's speed is, I'm cleaving even though I'm 240 top speed, yes, go ahead, they are good cleave unit anyways. And yes, basically that's all for the tier list, and hope you guys get something from it and you guys get to decide what is good and what is bad for your account. Because me myself, I'm still considering between a couple of units. I still can't make up my mind, which I wanted Cerise for Guiding Light, I wanted Frida, I wanted Festive Ida, and I wanted Liti, and I wanted Luluka. That's like 5 units that I have to pick, and I only have 3 slots, which is unfortunate, but we still have a couple of weeks to think about it, so let's not rush. Alright, take these few days, play a couple RTA and see what you're lacking and what you really need for your account, and you decide yourself. And that's all for the video. See you guys next time. Ta-ta!